Wave your hand and say, thank you, Jesus. I want to share this morning on what I titled, Go to the Ant. Tell somebody, go to the ant. Say that to the person, go to the ant. One more time, say, go to the ant. Say it again. Say, go to the ant. The place where we began to read from verse 4, you discovered there was the anger. You can see anger at the writer against idleness and laxity. I have discovered that most time we overrate the devil. The devil was not as powerful. When the devil was created by God, the devil was subtle. The Bible says in Genesis chapter 3 verse 1, now the serpent was more subtle. Subtlety is craftiness. Subtlety is being cunning. When a man is subtle, a man is cunning. The devil was cunning, the devil was crafty. But it is Christians and humans that made the devil powerful. God didn't make the devil powerful. Jesus said at the cross, Matthew 28, all powers in heaven and on earth has been given to me. All powers has been given to me. All powers. In English, all means all. It means totality. So when God says all powers is given to me, which one is left for the devil? So the devil is not powerful. It is when we refuse to do what we are supposed to do, and we now see the reactions or the results of our laziness, we ascribe our failure to the devil. Now listen to me. I told somebody, I said, I preached a message some time ago, God has retired. And it caused a lot of sparkles around. How can this man say God has retired? I say yes. From Genesis chapter 2, Bible says, and God rested. God has rested. God is not creating again. How can a person now get a miracle? I know you will say, who did it? Was it not God that did that one? How can a person get a baby? Who did it? Was it not God that did that? How can a person buy a car? Was it not God that blessed them? I say no, it is structure. God kept structure in place. Am I talking to somebody? No lecturer or head of department carries you from ND1 to ND2. Pass exam, move to another class. Structure. God doesn't come down. That's why I don't like this song. Let the power of the Lord come down. No, sir. The power of the Lord is already down. It's called Emmanuel, God with us. Oh Lord, come down and manifest your. Come down to where again? It's down already. But what he kept is structure. The people that give birth to a baby, they had faith, they sowed seed, they got a baby. Structure. He kept the structure. Am I communicating? The young woman that gets married, she prayed, handled foundation, she got married. God kept structure. If you follow structure, you see results. That's the truth. So it's not as if God came down from heaven and now said, carry husband, take. No, there are things for you to do. There are three things. Well, I want to consider the ants this morning, but there are three things I'd like to tell you about life, which is very important, that you must understand about life. Am I communicating now? Number one, life is a transaction. What you put into life is what you get out of life. Life is not accidental. Life is a transaction. What you put into life is what you get out of life. If you put in problem into life, you get problem out of life. There is no success or failure that is accidental. Whatever you are today is a function of what you did yesterday or what you refused to do. Whatever you are today is a function of the prayers you prayed yesterday or the prayers you refused to pray. Whatever you are today is a function of the hard work you worked yesterday or the hard work you refused to work. As a student, whatever you are today is a function of how serious you were yesterday or how unserious you were. The second thing I must tell you about life is that time waits for no man. When you squander your years, you will water your tears. Everyone must understand that time waits for no man. If you play with time, if you don't do what you are supposed to do, time passes you by. There is an age limit a man can no more walk. A man cannot be 75 and is carrying his file about looking for a job. At that age, you are not employable. Am I communicating? That is why you see many men who wander their years while they were young ended up as the security man, because you don't need a special qualification to open and close a gate. Time waits for no man. A man is 65. He should have gotten married at 40 or gotten married at 30 something. He has messed up his youthful age. Now he's almost 50, 60, and he's still single. At 65. At a man that is single at 65, people see him as a wicked man. People see him as a man who has problem. At 65, he's looking for the will of God. Meanwhile, his family is waiting for his will. At 65, he said, I want to know the will of God. And the family is saying, let's know your will. So that in case you drop down anywhere, no child, nothing, let's know what is on your will. You are looking for will of God. We are looking for your will. Time! And that is why the Bible says, satisfy us early. I like early satisfaction. I like to achieve everything I want to achieve at a youthful age so that I can spend my old age resting. I told somebody, I said, time will come that I might do one crusade in 4 months. One crusade in 5 months. Not because no more fire, because I've gone round. What I'm now doing now is to consolidate where I've been to. And now focus on the church and raise disciples who can now go round. Am I communicating? So you must understand, and that is why I tell women, if you can marry early, marry early. I tell men, if you can do business early, do business early. If you can go to school early, go to school early. Do not finish your ND and 7 years later you come for HND. No, it doesn't make sense. Do not finish an ND program, you now wait for 5. No, as your blood is still fresh, you are finishing your ND, you go for your IT, you come back for your HND, you go for your youth service, you do your PGD, you come back. If it's a degree program, come back for your do all that on time so that you can rest on time. I wish I was talking to somebody here. The third thing about life which you must know is that it is what you do that determines who you are. What you do is what determines who you are. That you come from a rich family doesn't mean you are anything. That you are a graduate doesn't mean you are anything. That you have a good name doesn't mean you are anything. It is what you do that determines who you are. If you check the ant is so small, it's almost infinitesimal. You have to look well to be able to see the ant on the ground. If you stand like this, except the bigger ants in size, you may not even see the ant crawling. But when the ant starts walking, you cannot ignore it. It's not what you are, but what you do. A grammatical professor that is broke is annoying. A jobless master's degree holder is annoying. Hallelujah. When I was going to sit for my WASC, for my, what do you call it? WASC or something. Is it WASC? And there was a man who was teaching us extramural classes. I did mine when I was in SS1. SS1. That's when I did my GCE. And I had 6 A's. SS. My father is here, so I'm not. Am I correct, sir? SS1 from 4. That's when I did my this thing, not 5. So there was a man that I don't like him. Anytime I go for seminar classes, anytime the man comes to lecture us, he will kill us with grammar. We are children. We are children. He goes, say, you will do my assignment. It's a privilege, not a right. He said, if you have enough impetus and innuendo, we're looking at the man. We don't understand anything. So I like English, so I'll be writing. I said, this is my impetus. I'll write it. Innuendo. I will write it. I was writing it. But I didn't need it. So at that period, if I'm abusing, people will come for lecture. They say, you came too early. You know, they sit down for us. I say, you are an innuendo. You are an impetus. I didn't know what the man was saying. But the thing that made me angry, at the end, you'll be begging us children for transport. We say, come. Didn't your parents give you extra change? He said, you see, He said, there is an audacity. We're looking at the man. So he got to a point I became angry. If he's speaking grammar, I don't want, I'm not right. I'm just looking at him. I said, speak English, maybe you come out. You could now beg us for transport fare later. So it was not his grammar that moved us. It was what he did with the grammar that he had. Am I talking to somebody here? So it's what you do that determines who you are. People must get this basic truth about life. Around the world, I see a lot of failures. Even in the church, a lot of people are failing and they are blaming the devil, blaming witches, blaming powers of hell, blaming demons. Meanwhile, it is because they've refused to understand the fundamentals of life. I was talking to Mama on the altar. I said, for example, there are some Christians in church I can't relate with. But I can relate with certain non-Christians. Business-wise. I can tell you. I have people, when I get to certain countries, I have people I permanent as my drivers. I don't like this one carrying me when I come down, so I permanent certain people. I've discovered as I travel around the world, certain people who are my permanent drivers, some of them are not even strong Christians. Some of them are fresh graduates. I prefer them carrying me than certain tongue-talking Christians carrying me. Because I've examined the two of them. The so-called Christians failed. A young man who is a Muslim, he started reading Bible when he met me. I met him as I didn't even know he was a Muslim. He just picks me, he drops me. He picks me, he drops me. Sometimes I would deliberately leave money in the car. He will keep the money. When he sees me, he will give me. He said, you left money in the car. Sometimes I would deliberately do certain things. He will give me. But the Christian, the first day I tried it. Come and see you. Deliberately. He knows who my driver is. Straight. You see me, looks unkempt, but very truthful. Say, Daddy, this is how much I bought it. Ask, that's it. Let the Christian tell you that much. Go and find that. Liar. Then tomorrow, Father, where is the God of Elijah? The God of Elijah say, where is your own character? I wish I was communicating. Let's be real. How can I come to your church when I'm your neighbor, you are fighting me? How can I come to your church? How can I come to your church when you keep malice with me? How can I come to your church when you are dragging my husband? You say I should come to your church? How can I come to your church when for 1 month you have not greeted me? Many of you are the reason why people disrespect your pastor. How can I come to your church? Evangelism does not start in joining a department. Evangelism starts with character. How can you be in evangelism departments and you are keeping malice? What are you preaching? Your life preaches louder than your voice. There is a way you will love a neighbor. You will show concern to a neighbor. On Sunday, you go say, please, when you are going to church, call me. Anytime your neighbor is passing, that is why you are singing, any disaster, prepare for my life. Any disaster, backfire. Any disaster, prepare for my life. Any disaster, backfire. Then you face our compound. You face our flat. Any disaster, any character. By the time you now say, my Father in the Lord, you say, the God of, you say, shut up. A lady told me she had a sales girl who stole her money. She caught the money in the sales girl's bag. And the sales girl was not crying. The God of Apostle John Suleman said, shut up! The man said, that God doesn't know you. He said, if I don't know that man, that's how I would have abused him also. Because of your character. You are seeing money in the bag. Am I communicating? You relate with Christian, you do business with Christian, trouble. You have a meeting for Saturday, 7 a.m. You are planning a business meeting. You now came 9 a.m. They say, why? You say you went to all night. If you knew you had all night, why did you fix the meeting for 7? Choose one, all night or meeting. I'm being sincere with you. I'm going for a vigil. I will not be there on time. I will be there by 11. I'll be there by 12. Don't put am I talking to somebody here? A young man was being beaten. Why did they beat him? He pasted posters on certain places, and I heard about it. He was arrested. I got angry. I said, no, I will make some call. Let them take the case to Abuja. No, they can't victimize him. They can't lock him up. Until I decided to check the site or the venue where the thing happened, the location of event, and I saw written on the wall, post no bail. I said, are you stupid? Didn't you see post no bail? This is zeal without knowledge. They wrote on the wall, post no bill. You are not supposed to post. If this man takes you to court, he will win you. So I said to the police, I said, please, I'm begging now. This is beg. Because he's guilty. I wish I was talking to somebody. This is the stupidity. And like I said to us today, foundation. You check foundation. Foundation is empowered by stupidity. If your mother lost her marriage because of anger, it means you should watch against anger. Because anger, you check the weakness that made your parents fall into a problem. When you understand that weakness, you don't fall into. So a young boy, they be having issues in their family. All of them were guys, even their father. The father is almost 60 something, yet he coiled his hair. The man perm hair. When I saw him, the man, he was bleaching his skin. His gray hair, he dyed his gray hair, he dyed all of them. I saw the man at the airport. I said, how are you, sir? He said, peace. 60 something years old, peace. He's doing me peace. He said, peace. How are you, Apostle? Peace. When I saw the children coming, all of them Friday, I said, hey! The one that's a pastor, I called him. I said, don't join them. The weakness in your family is the spirit of show off. That is why none of them have been able to keep a marriage. I said, so understand the weakness. And disconnect. He's the only one legally married with children. Understand the weakness of the father. God began to talk about the ant. The ant is small in size. But I can tell you, there are many ant hills that are 12 feet. A little, tiny, insignificant, infinitesimal, inconsequential object, inconsecutive object can pick up sand and raise up 12 feet, 18 feet. There are some ant hills that are taller than many story buildings. Am I saying the truth? What are the characters of the ant that the ant can raise up buildings? Sometimes to destroy ant hill, you have to be prepared. You prepare as if you are going to war. Because ants can frustrate you, enter critical corners in your body and make you lose your mind. When they enter your ear, enter your nose, they know the critical parts of the body. God said, you want to succeed, you want to prosper. He didn't say go to the fish. He didn't say go to the horse. He didn't say go to the lion. He said go to the ants. Success, study the life and the mystery of the ant. And ask myself a question. Ant is so small. Why should it be a course of study? So it's not your size that determines your future. I say it's not your size. If you need to climb a sycamore tree to be located, climb it. There were, in the days of Jesus, there were many tall people that were not located. Zacchaeus was smallish, but yet was located. Why do I have to study the ant? Number one, quality or characteristics or dynamics of the ant. Can I go on? The ant is not intimidated by the size of its target. You will see a big whatever on the ground that has sugary content. Ant will move it. Am I saying the truth? You see the size, the ant will move it. You see the thing moving. What is carrying it? Some ants coming together. Ladies and gentlemen, no matter the size of your dream, you can achieve it. No matter how big your dream is, you can achieve it. When people look at you, they tell you, what do you mean? That you want to have a PhD when you have no mother, no father to pay your school fees? Tell them, if the ant can move a dead animal, if the ant can carry a cube of sugar, if the ant can move something big, it doesn't matter the size of my dream. It doesn't matter the size of my pursuit. I can achieve that miracle. I can achieve that breakthrough. I can achieve that success. I can achieve. Almost on a weekly basis, I turn down awards. My secretary is here. I turn down awards. Awards from different parts. Sometimes we get some from Pastor David, Dubai. Some from Dubai, UK, US. Awards. Outstanding man of God. Outstanding this. I said, no, this is not what I'm looking for. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. On Friday, was it Friday? There was another one in Abuja. I told you to tell them K to handle that one. I'm not going to. My dream is not for a particular continent. My dream is a worldwide vision to stand out worldwide. Am I talking to somebody here? Listen, when you have small dreams, you shrink. You have big dreams, you stretch. Go for big dreams. The ant moves things not by size. Your dream should not be to end up as a person who has a chemist. What happened to having a hospital? Because very soon there are certain things that will be out of fashion. Do you know, as I speak to you now, if somebody's dream 5 years ago was to have a cyber cafe, do you know as I speak now the person is out of business? Is that true? Because from your phone, you can check your mails. From your phone, you can browse. What have you discovered? What have you discovered that can be a blessing to people? What you do. And you put it, your discovery. I discovered that your discovery is stronger than your energy. Let me give you an example. There's a man called Tiger Woods. Many years ago, he was the wealthiest golfer. You know golf? Wealthiest golfer in the world. Stupendously, extravagantly, exorbitantly, annoyingly rich. The man was rich. Just one game, millions of dollars. Wealthy man. When they equated his wealth, they discovered he was making $155 per minute. When they equated his wealth, $155 per minute. So multiply that by an hour and multiply that by 24. That's how much he makes a day. But can I shock you? The richest man in the world is Bill Gates. He makes $6,300 per minute. He doesn't use energy. He has a discovery called Microsoft. Anytime you go into the computer, money enters his account. 6,000. What you are able to discover, your discovery is stronger than your energy. I wish I was talking to somebody. $6,300 per minute. Those of you that go to internet, you go to do browsing and all that. Anytime you log into a site or you log into a blog, you are raking money for the bloggers. You are not aware. You buy what they call data. As you buy data, they share it, they dispense to the blogger, they dispense to Microsoft, they dispense the money. That data you buy, 30 minutes, 1 day, 1 week data. As you are buying all those things, you are helping somebody to make money. What are you getting? Some informations that are not even necessary to your future. I wish I was talking. Empowering them. Discovery. Somebody asked me a question, say, Apostle, how do you even make money? Sir? We have to be sure that what I said, just shut up your mouth. I've written over 50 books. Is that alone not, can't that alone put food on my table? How many books as a lecturer are written that is buying car? Then me, I've written 50. And the books I wrote are making waves around the world. Reprinted in Canada, reprinted in London, reprinted in the US. Why now? Why will I be stranded? So if your problem is how is God blessing him? Do not be looking for a problem you can never solve. Just keep quiet. Am I talking to somebody here? No matter the size. Hey, Yamasahataba. Can I talk to you? Listen. How do you move problems or move things with large size? How do you achieve dreams that appear very big physically? Number one, conquer it with the eyes of the spirit. Conquer it. Tell somebody, conquer it. Oh boy. Say, conquer it with the eyes of the spirit. Not physically. Until your spirit achieves it in the physical, you can't achieve it. Let me go on and introduce it and say this to you. If I'm talking too fast, if you can't write, just buy the CD. Every man born into this world is born with two eyes. Physical, spiritual. Okay, optical. Optical is this one. Then spiritual. But I can shock you that a man can be physically blind if his spiritual and mental eyes are alert, he can achieve. I'll give you an example. In Genesis 48, when Jacob was about to bless the children of David, he was physically blind. Yet he knew where Manasseh was and where Ephraim was. But physically he was blind. What does Manasseh mean? Manasseh means to hold on to the past. What does Ephraim mean? Fruitful. Who was the first child? Manasseh. Who was the second son? Ephraim. He knew if he blessed Manasseh, the past would destroy him. If he blessed Ephraim, his name will help him to run with the blessing. The right one, the first child was on the right. The other was here. What did he do? He crossed it. Physically, he was blind. But spiritually, he was deciding the destinies of children. Am I communicating? Conquer it. See yourself wearing your convocation gown. See it in the spirit. See yourself as an employer of labor. Years ago, I would say, Reverend John, come here. I said, Pastor John, come here. Go and bring out my car. He would look at Kingsley. Car? You have heard him say that many times. He said, car? Which car? Shut up! Don't say which car. Go outside. Clean the car. They will go outside. They will stay for some minutes. They will come back. Say, we have cleaned it. I say, okay, sit down. As what's happening in America church. Say, America? So it's not only Okbila, we have branch. I say, if you come out of your mouth again, what's Okbila? What's? Give me reports from American church. It's okay, the church is doing well, the church is growing. I say, you Kingsley, what about the Europe church? He say, Europe church is doing well. Later they'll go to themselves. This man, let's go and tell his parents, oh, he has psychiatric. My mind was seeing something. In English language, there is what they call your mind's eye. Your mind's eye. You may not see with your optical eye, but begin to see yourself. See children around you. Tell your husband, tell people around you, do not call me this. Call me mama this. Do not call me this. Call me mommy this. Conquer it with the eyes of the spirit. For the things which we see physically are temporal, but the things our spiritual eyes can see, they are internal. There is something about my life. You don't know me yet. You may look down on me now. I have studied from the ant. I can move mountain. I can move great things. I can achieve success. I can achieve testimony. If you are the one I'm talking to, let me hear your amen like thunder. Take your seat. I was preaching one of our states, one of the south states, and one of my very wonderful daughters had a meeting with the governor, and he said to me at the airport, said, Dad, I would like from here for you to go and see the governor. I said, for what? He said, just courtesy visit. I said, why? Am I a traditional ruler that has come to town and will go and see another tradition? I said, I'm the president of a ministry. President talk to presidents. President don't talk to governors. Let my state pastor go and see him. If he's the president, I'm president of OFM. I'm not governor of OFM. If the governor cannot come and see me, forget the meeting. I'm not going. I said, presidents talk to presidents. If you won't come to where I am to see, call it pride, though, is your problem. I call it discovery. I refuse to go. If he wants to see me, let him come. And she was shocked. She said, Dad, do you know many people is actually waiting for you? Many people will run at this offer. I said, because they are looking for. To be a successful man in life, you must conquer the love for money. When you don't love money, nobody can rubbish you. Nobody can rubbish you. You move head, money can finish, but integrity doesn't finish. You move head's eye. You can talk. It gives you your consciousness for not allowing money control. Am I talking to somebody here? I was telling Mama, I said, the Christians of these days, God will help us. In those days, when we follow a man of God for program, we sleep in primary school. But today, people will follow you from program as media people. They are selecting hotel. Selecting food. At the end, they are waiting for money. That is why if you see all of them, they are eating their future today and there's no tomorrow. So many are saying, I want to go, I want to go. Not because they love God, but because they want comfort. And we will sleep in primary school. We will feed ourselves. We will trek to the program. We will pay our transport. Sometimes we will follow Tipper to Archbishop Crusade in Kano, to Archbishop Crusade in Kaduna. Cold. When we get to Zuba there, you see us shaking inside cold, shaking. We slept with cows, llama. When llama make meh, we'll move. He make meh, we'll move. We are doing all that. But today, I can't enter a Tipper. When they pay you today, you will pain tomorrow. Am I communicating? No future. I remember one time the Archbishop sent some money to the youth department. Sent some money to us. I think it was 50,000, 100,000. He said we should use it. Hey! And brethren were jumping, thinking about to politicize it. I traveled then to Agbo to preach. When I came back, they said, Presido, Papa just passed by and sent some money to us. I said, what? You collected it? He said, yes. I said, all of you are suspended. All of you suspended. Where's the money? We took offering. We gathered more. Added to it. I went down. I knelt and said, Papa, bless us. And he looked at me and said, you will go far. Am I not going far now? With that money, if I took it there, will it not have finished? You don't get sense. That's your problem. The Christianity being practiced now, if it's the Christianity some of us practice, would have backslided. When the man of God touch you, for the next 1 month, you won't shake anybody. You are keeping the hand. There's this honor. I met my wife there and they will go for certain programs. Then they will carry chairs on their head. I think when Papayo came years ago to public feed, 90-something, 97 or so, she was the one that led praise inside rain. Pray. Not the kind of praise you will lead, you are tired. You now start re-leading the ones you have led before. Today after service, now if I say carry chair, some people will walk away. And my problem is if they give you prayer request, you'll be angry. You are not paying tithe, you are not giving offering, and your prayer request is 21. Who will meet it? A young girl gave me prayer request, long one. Seed, she didn't come out. Tithe, she didn't come out. Come out for altar call, she didn't come out. After service, I was going to the car. She gave me request, 21. I said, stand up, let's talk. If you were God, the way you behave, will you answer this prayer? I said, no, if you were God now, seed, you know come out. Offering, you know come out. With the way you address, give your life to Christ, you know come out. You give me this request. I said, if you were God and God was you, will you answer God? I stand on this pulpit to say the truth. My father-in-law, Archbishop Idahosa, 1 naira from him never entered my hand in form of monetary. But I contacted the blessing. The blessing. It's a great man of God in this country I will go and preach for, and everybody who goes to preach for them will give them check for preaching. He will bless them. Me, as I'm preaching, he said, oh boy, where are you? I said, I'm on my way to Benin. Benin? When he came to our church, he said it. That I'm the only son who never takes money from him. I said, Mama, he said, why? They are bringing something for you. I said, sir, forget it. There is a future I'm investing for. When I begin to, that's why people can't understand. See, this Suleman, I say they get money. I have invested service. Some are confused. I know a lot of people who are confused. There is nobody, no governor, no senator, no president anywhere in the world that gives me money. No president, no senator anywhere in the world that can stand on his feet today and say, I'm the one that is in support of Omega. God will kill him. I'm saying this to you. Nobody. How does it come? I don't know. It just comes. I don't know. No one. That's why I can talk the way I talk. You can't challenge certain systems in government if your hand is not clean now. This present government of victimization, they will investigate you. I'm just letting you know the truth. That it will give you a voice. See it in the eyes of the spirit. Begin to conquer it. Conquer that nation. You are a pastor. See crowd in the eyes of the spirit. There was a time we were in council hall. I was preaching. I said, thousands of you hearing my voice. All these thousands. At the end, my pastor came and said, sir, there were 200 though. What is thousands? He said, shut up. They are not 200. I saw thousands. We having prayer meeting. Evangelist Beatrice was there. I said, prayer meeting, we have 4. Me, Austin, Pastor Austin in Zambia, a lady who was with us before also, and Evangelist Beatrice. That was the prayer band we had, the 4 of us. In Auchi. I said, in this prayer band now, I know we are so many, in our hundreds. They were closing there for they open it. I said, every one of you must take this assignment, no matter how many you are. They asked me, sir, what's happening? I said, I'm seeing crowd in the realm of the spirit. Today, how many is prayer band? 600. Am I correct? 600. Prayer band members alone is 600 in this church. I saw that crowd in the spirit. I wish I was talking to somebody. To conquer, the ant sees in the spirit and the ant begins to move. You see the ant moving a dead animal. You see the animal moving. Am I correct? You see it moving. You look for, you see ants. The size doesn't move them. If they want to move it, it moves. When David saw Goliath, he said, it doesn't matter how big you are. I will move you. David had every disqualification. Every disqualification not to kill Goliath. Number 1, he was not a trained soldier. Number 2, he was 70 years old. Number 3, David had no good skin. David's skin was not good. If you are not aware. David was an albino. You know albino? That look like it. That's what David was. If you are not aware. Bible says he was fair skinned and he was ruddy to look upon. You know the kind of albino that enter the eyes? That can't see far. Am I communicating? That's how I was looking. Ruddy to look. The kind of look that if you look at you, you get angry. Say, why do you look at me? That kind of eyes. Half past 2, half past 1, half past something else. But when he saw Goliath, Saul said, who can destroy? What shall be done for whoever brings down this uncircumcised Philistine? David discovered, I have brought down a lion. Nobody pay me. I have brought down bear. Nobody pay me. To bring down Goliath, you must pay me. As a young girl, just be learning to cook. Be enjoying cooking. A time is coming for you to cook. They will pay you. Kill the lion now. Kill the bear. To kill Goliath, they will pay you. Now, look at this. David came. He said, what shall be done for the man? He didn't say, how can I bring this man? He said, what shall be? In other words, in the spiritual eyes, he has finished the matter. He's looking for reward. When somebody say, this man, if I kill him, what will you give me? He's telling you he's settled. He's not saying, what do I do to kill him? He said, what shall be done for who bring? He didn't say Philistine. This is circumcised. In other words, this year. How much will you pay me to kill this year thing? How much? And they told him the payment a man needs. 3 things that covers payment. Number 1, he said the king will give him great riches, material prosperity. Number 2, the king will give him his daughter as a wife. You must have a good wife. Number 3, his father's house will be free. No more foundation. The 3 things that balances a man. Number 1, you must get money. Number 2, get better wife. Number 3, no foundation. Can I prophesy? As you hear the sound of my voice, whatever you need to be balanced, take it in the name of Jesus. your seat. I'm wasting your time. Have you seen Moses? Moses was being trained. The throne was not officially handed over to him. He was not officially consecrated or enthroned. But he began to practice rulership by being a judge, settling quarrels. Moses saw an Egyptian fighting a Jew. Is that true? An Egyptian was fighting a Jew for a long time. He came and he killed one. If long fight must stop, one person must go. Until one person goes, fight continue. But my revelation is this. He saw an Egyptian fighting a Jew. He killed the Egyptian. If you must not prolong your fight, Egypt must die. Characters of Egypt must go. And after that, look at this, write this down. After that, he saw two Jews. Look at me. He saw two Jews fighting. A younger Jew, an older Jew. And he was a Jew. An older Jew speaks of his past. Am I correct? The younger Jew speaks of his future that was crying for deliverance into a new land. So what did he do? He separated the two of them. For you to move to your promised land, you must separate the younger Jew from the older Jew. The younger Jew speaks of your past, your previous experience. The older Jew. The younger Jew speaks of your future. Until he separated the both of them, he could not arrive in destiny. If you read your Bible in 2 Kings chapter 8, the Bible says, and Gehazi met a king. Gehazi. And the king asked Gehazi, tell me the story of Elisha. When I saw that, I was confused. Was it not Gehazi in 2 Kings that received Naaman's leprosy? Talk to me. And as a leper, you are supposed to be a leper forever. In a colony. Before the time of Gehazi, only Naaman was a leper. It was that leprosy that Naaman transferred to Gehazi. So what happened? Gehazi was a leper. Chapter 5 of 2 Kings. He was a leper. True or false? Because the master said that the leprosy of Naaman come upon him. So how come in chapter 8 he was now discussing with king? Because as a leper, you don't relate with people. You are sent to a colony. For you to enter a king's palace, you don't only relate with people, you relate with selected people. So how come? I studied my Bible. In chapter 6, there was a famine. He was still leprous. There was a famine. How did he become leprous? By taking what was not his own from Naaman. Chapter 6, there was a famine. Women were selling their children. Chapter 7, there were 4 leprous men. Gehazi and his family members who have contacted leprosy through him. All of them sat at the gate. Why sit we here till we die? Let's enter the city. As they enter into the city, they recovered wealth, but he was still leprous. He told himself, I became leprous by collecting what is not my own. To take off this leprosy, I must give what I have collected. So Gehazi began to give what he has collected, and leprosy left him, and he began to sit with kings. It doesn't matter where you are now. If you are ready for a change, you can get a change. I told myself many times, I began to practice ethics. I began to practice how big men talk, even though I didn't have money. I began to practice how big men laugh. Big men don't laugh. Big men laugh, rich laugh. When you want to laugh, practice how big men laugh. Practice how they walk. Big men don't trek on time, they take their steps. Am I talking to somebody? As a young girl, you don't need to be walking shabbily, very unladylike. Begin to understand how a girl walks. Begin to count like a girl. As a man, you can't just be walking anyhow. Begin to take some steps. Move with panache. Move with pomp and pageantry. I began to practice some things. I began to learn how to dress. When I come out, you see me, you want to be like a pastor. I began to practice how to study my books. I began to practice delivery in the eyes of the spirit. See yourself successful. Begin to walk like a successful man, talk like a successful man, act like a successful man. Am I talking here? I told them I was preaching in America. I said, in this service, I'm the only trillionaire. They were looking at me. I said, yes, if you are too rich here, you are a millionaire or a billionaire. I said, but I'm a trillionaire. If you convert my money into Ghana cedis, or you convert it to Cotonou, it's a trillion. Am I talking to somebody? I said, trillionaire is a trillionaire. If you convert it to Sierra Leone money, what are you telling me? 100,000 naira is almost 30 million, 35 million in Sierra Leone. 10 million is 35 billion. 100 million is 35 trillion. A trillionaire is a trillionaire. Doesn't matter the currency. A trillionaire is a trillionaire. When I was saying that there, you see, Apostle, okay, it was in Sierra Leone. I said, not America, it was in Sierra Leone. I said, I'm the only trillionaire in this place. When I was saying it, you will say, Apostle, are you lying? I'm not lying. I'm converting my currency to their currency. Am I talking to somebody right now? It was in Sierra Leone, not America. And I began to see myself. When I walked out, I said, Father, I said it, so it is. Both in dollars, but your vision is too small. You can't see it in the spirit. You see yourself as somebody that will just build one small house and one room. And no, sir, you need to build a house that when people are passing, even though they hate you, they will snap picture with your house. They may not like you, but they will snap picture by your car. Hey! Come on! Begin to see it in the spirit. Take your seat. Listen to me. Begin to see how to conquer your family. Am I talking to somebody? God bless you with small money. Bless your family. Bless your people. It might be a bag of rice. Send it to your community. Start with that. Not don't wait till you can pay school fees. Just a bag of rice. Say, King, I send, just give some women in the community. You are starting something. For example, in my family now, matana patana, all the witches in my father's side, he was giving him his CV, his curriculum vitae. Number one, he has never lost any battle. Number two, he has been a warrior from his youth. Number three, he's the champion of the Philistine. And that was when David said, King Saul, you didn't tell me you were looking for CV. Can I give you CV? There was a time I kept my father's flock. A lion came. I tore the lion. There was a time I kept my father's flock. A bear came. I tore the bear. King Saul, do you want more CV? I give you number three. The God that delivered me from the lion and the bear. You don't serve a dead God. You serve a mighty God. He's the same yesterday. He's the same today. He's the same forever. When God says yes, no man can say no. When God lifts you up, no man can bring you down. God is on your side. Power is on your side. Glory is on your side. Favor is on your side. Lift your wife, shout fire. Somebody shout fire. Take your seat. Come on, Holy Ghost. Number two. Can I go on? Tell somebody, go to the ant and learn. Number two. Ants believe in teamwork. When ants want to walk, they don't walk alone. They walk in a file. Am I taking somebody here? They walk in a file. They move together. Teamwork. Write this down. When God gives you a dream, look for a team. When God gives you a dream, look for what? There is no super egos without a team. No Falcon without a team. No Nigeria Bar Association without a team. No university without a team. In the university, there is the Senate arm. As a matter of fact, there are academic staffs and there are non-academic staff. If you think you can do without the non-academic staff, let them strike. When they strike, you will know that it's oil that gives progress to the wheel. There is non-academic staff. Am I talking to somebody? Nansu, is it Nansu? Nansu and Asu. This one, there is the academic staff. A team. Jesus could not begin ministry without a team. 12 disciples. There was a Judas, but there were 11 people that were not Judases. Only one Judas. What does that tell you? In life, you can never get totally all the right people. But I also tell you, if you have a good heart, the wrong people will be few. If Jesus' heart was bad, he would have had 9 Judases and 3 good people. He had a good heart. Team. God told me, you want to take the world? I said, yes, Lord. He said, pray for team. The right people. And let me shock you. For you to get the right people, number one, you must be the right person. If you are a criminal, you will get criminal in your team. It's the truth. People are wise. When people follow you, they watch you. Why do I have pastors today who are givers? Why do I have pastors who are young people? In many ministries, you see young people breaking away, starting their own. How come they are so loyal? Because they saw my heart. Sometimes you sit here during program, you see my pastors coming with siren. In many ministries, they will never allow that. It's only the GO that should use siren. Am I talking to somebody? Is it true? You see my pastors, some of them have their escorts. Some have their policemen. Some have ADCs. Some have PAs. I don't stop them. Am I talking to somebody? The road is wide enough for 2 sirens to pass. I don't stop them. I'm not bothered. I let them do what they want to do. So that one now shocked them. What kind of man is this? Even if we go start our own, what are we going to do there that we are not doing here? You must be the right person. People have called me. Stop them. Stop them. I said, and if I stop them, those policemen, somebody else will use them. So let my people use them. It doesn't mean anything to me. It doesn't mean anything to me. Let me surprise you. Let me surprise you. When Judas wanted to betray Jesus, he said, the man that I will kiss. For him to give them a symbol of identification, it means that they did not know Jesus. Now, I want to ask you a question. How can a man be preaching in the temple for 3 years, you don't know him? You know why? The way they were dressing was how he was dressing. He wore the same clothes. He ate with them. He mixed with them. But nobody knew him. Today, in many ministries, a pastor will be doing well. All his pastors are suffering. The GO wear expensive suit. The wife expensive suit. You see the assistant pastor. You see his neck long like Angolo. You see his shoe. Seleto Peleto. The shoe now so the front be like shovel. Papa, why do you allow them? I asked them a question. In class, in every school, if you take first, you can't take second. If somebody take first, somebody else. Be the right person. You are head of a choir, you are head of this. By the time you want to use energy to suppress people, they will react. There are some people, no matter, for example, just say the choir or the protocol, there are people, no matter how talented they are, they won't give them mic. You know why? A clique. And when you do that, you destroy leadership. There are people that have stamina to stand as protocol. They won't let them stand. They will put people who stand for like 10 minutes, they'll bend waist. Stand for 20 minutes, bend waist. Why? They are weak, they are tired. And yet somebody who is healthy, no way, because he offended you. A pastor, a pastor, a pastor, hold on. A pastor did something, offended me, did something wrong. I was not happy with it. I was not happy. I was going to discipline him. So I was now giving some benefit to some people, about 3 of them or so. They said, Papa, one of them said, Papa, let's keep his own. I said, what do you mean? If his benefit and it's at that level, let him enjoy his benefit. That does not stop my discipline. What is a man? That is why it is stupidity for a parent to use food to punish a child. So you will not eat in this house. That's the entitlement of the child. Whether he offend you, it didn't offend you, food is his portion. I'm not making sense this morning. Am I talking? Because your child offend you, say you can flog your child and still feed your child. You now say no, you are not eating. You won't eat in this house. You are teaching that child how to get enough stamina to be a man. And when he becomes a man, you are the first victim he will come after. Mandela said, the things they do to us do not make us weary. It makes us stronger. The things they do to us, that the thing makes us weary, break us down, paralyze us, it makes us stronger. That is why when they say they are planning against the church, they are stabbing women from evangelism, killing people, it's making the church stronger. The church is beginning to pray. Most Christians who are political are stopping political. People are going to the place of prayer. Tell somebody, teamwork. For you to get, that's the first number, the first criteria. One single broom cannot sweep a house. And yet one single broom can be broken. 200 brooms together, you can't break it. Yet it can sweep. The reason they are fighting Christians today is because we are not united. This one say, I'm Catholic. This one say, I'm Anglican. This one say, I'm Methodist. Christian is Christian. Let's come together. Whether you are Catholic, whether you are Anglicans, whether you are Methodist, let's come together and say to the devil, enough is enough. God nominated us, but we denominated ourselves. Why are they stronger than us? There is no Orthodox Muslim. God nominated us, but we denominated ourselves. I'll see people, they ask me, say, Daddy, no, it's not, Daddy, he cannot, don't sit down with him. It's not an Omega child. I say, so? He's not a Christian? Sit here. This you have to say, is that person an Omega child? Must you be an Omega child for me to do business? If I've done business with Omega children and they dupe me, will I not go and do with somebody else who's not an Omega child? I just came from a church in Warri. Not our church. I went there to preach. I bless people with money. If you were in that program, I bless the members. I don't know them. And somebody says, I thought you only do that in Omega. I say, no, I do that anywhere. The only thing I will not do is to counsel somebody who is not an Omega member. I won't counsel you because it's the person that is your father that's supposed to counsel you. But for prayer, I will pray for you. Come from any church, I will pray for you. But to counsel you and tell you how to live your life, it's your pastor that has such rights to dictate for you. I wish I was communicating. Be the right person. The reason your house girl is dealing with you as a woman, she knows you are wicked. So if you send that message, because she knows you will prepare your love for the people and give her a bath. So you send that message, she will steal your money. There are some women that will not enter heaven because of house help. As they are about to cross the gate, the house help will shout from hellfire, excuse me, master, let madam come here. Your house help doesn't have clothes. The only 2 clothes your house help have is boo-boo. 2 mazi, boo-boo, gown. And that's how you shout on her. I don't like the way you are walking. You are not smart. Who is smart inside boo-boo? My little children in my house. Anybody older than them, they call the person auntie, uncle. You're in my house, you call an elder by the name. That's your children. Look at your children. They're coming to the house girl. Patience, the craze. Monday, no respect. And when they beat them, he say, I leave them as a child. You are teaching that child how to disrespect. When that child is grown and your house girl is gone, the child will look for who to disrespect, and it is you. Look your children, they look like touts. They can't go anywhere on holidays. They will destroy TV, you pet them. And look at the name you give them, Bomboy. I should stop. I'm talking too much. Be the right person. Number 2, select your team prayerfully. You want to become anything in life, you want to have a destiny, you need a team. Select your team prayerfully. Jesus in Luke chapter 6, he prayed all night on the mountain before he picked his disciples. Now imagine, he prayed before picking his disciples and he still picked Judas. What if he didn't pray at all? He would have picked 12 Judases. Pray! A friend says she wants to start coming to your house or she wants to start living with you. Pray. Somebody once said, I want you to be my friend. I want us to move out together. I want us to go to class together. You come and call me for lectures. I'll call you for lectures. Pray! You have to pray. Don't just see anybody say, a beggar has no choice. No, these days beggars have. There are beggars you give something to say, I don't want that one. If witches were horses, beggars will ride on them. Not true. Horses are expensive. Beggars can't afford horses, even if witches were horses. Horses are more expensive than even cars. So if witches were horses, it will complicate the problem of beggars. Am I? Select your team. If God does not convince you to bring in somebody to be your roommate, don't bring in the person out of sympathy. You cannot save the world. You cannot save the world. Even Jesus died for the world. Some people still now don't believe. So if you die for anybody now, you died on your own. They must earn it. You must check their lives. What influence? You have a house help in your house. What contribution is the house help bringing to the house? She won't cook. She can't sweep. She can't do anything. And the person is eating. You are the one that is the house help to the person. You are paying the fees. Give the person a duty. Somebody cannot affect you well. You don't relate with such person. A man is running for American presidency now against a woman in America. The man is running against the woman. And Americans are thinking of voting for him. I wish them well. But there is something the man said to somebody which I rebuked. Some years ago, one of his friends was having issues in his home with the wife. And he told a friend, don't take that nonsense. Go home, divorce her, and continue with your career. A broken career can allow, a broken marriage is more dangerous than a broken career. Because your career is broken, you can revive it. Your marriage is gone, that's the person Americans want to vote for. And he has been married 3 times. You can see people who have no courtesy. Married 3 times. Married, drive this one. Married, drive. You check a man before you follow him. Another man has been married for more than 40-something years and is still married to that woman. That's right. I'm not political. Anybody can vote for what they want to vote for. Anybody can. But I'm telling you, there are things you check. No, it's true. In this state now, people are waiting for me to tell them, vote for this, or vote for PDP, or vote for APC. Me. Vote for your conscience. Anybody you want to vote for, you vote for. Are you following me? My opinion is different from your opinion. When it comes to social life, A pastor should allow the members have their opinion. Nobody's getting me. I'm not telling you, I won't tell you to follow in this church. This is not a political ground, it's the house of God. Anybody you like, you want to vote for Labour, you want to vote for neighbor, you want to vote for. I'm not, so if you are waiting for me to tell you what to do, you are wasting your time because I won't talk. Anything you feel is okay for you, go. People get the leader they deserve. Hello? This church is a mixture of different political parties. Am I correct? Mixture. So it will be unfair of me to come and stand by one person. Personally, I have my view. Personally, I get my view. My family, make I tell you, back to sender. Amen. Those close to me can ask me. But that's my view, and I will tell you. But everybody is free to do it. Did that even make sense? I have answered you if that's what you're waiting for. I have answered you. Amen. Prayerfully. Pick your team. Tell somebody, pick your team. I can't hear you. Number 3, when you have a team, let me teach you something now. Are you gaining anything? Let me teach you something now that will help you to relate with people. Can I tell you? Treat people the way they are, not the way you expect them to be. You have a house help that is stupid. Don't give her intelligent assignments. Give her stupid ones. You're not getting my point. A house help that you know to carry just tumbler from here to here, she will destroy it. You now give her glasses, breakable plates to carry in an occasion. You are stupid yourself. Some brethren were living with me in my house while I was a student. And things were always getting missing. So everybody was suspecting themselves. There was a brother I suspected was the one that was stealing things. So one day when everybody came, I called them. I said, please, anything you want to keep, give it to Brother Mark. Nothing was missing again. Because the thief is now the keeper. Nothing was missing. This one carried myself, Brother Mark, write it to, I gave you 15 naira, he'll keep it. We noticed he was angry. Will I be keeping this for everybody? Am I a bank? We say, help us now, help us. Nothing lost. And after, they say, why did you do that? I said, don't worry. The man that is working the miracle, when we are all sleeping at night, 2 times in the night, I saw him sleep. You see him tiptoeing, raising things. I shut my eyes. I said, okay. Went to class. They all came back. I called the 3 of them. I said, you have some money? I said, give Mark to hold. Write it, the amount. You have this. Say, give him. My own. I said, hold him. Nothing lost. Am I correct? When people, I expect that you use your head. That is why you have problem with people. Because you are expecting their perfection. Relate with them in their weakness. You know the problem with church? Let me shock you, Greg. You know the problem with church? When people see a man of God, they focus on his anointing, not his humanity. That's why I'll test people. I'll say, I'm tired, I can't see anybody. They say, is he not a man of God? Am I not a human being? I'm a man of God. Can't I tell you I will see you again? Can't I say so? Does being a man of God means I'm become a fool? How can a man of God say he wants to see somebody? Is it not God that gave him the power? People travel on the way from now to now. The man of God say he wants to see somebody. He now enter office. They now drive motor. They now go. I travel on the way down. I travel on the way down. Well, the man of God should be able to meet every morning. Understand there's the anointing, there's humanity. When I'm tired, I should rest. One day I finished in the office, I saw a crowd outside. And the Holy Ghost told me, except on special divine direction, do not stop. Drive off. He said, because if they cannot receive it while you are preaching, they can never receive it one-on-one. It's a native doctor's mentality that I must meet with the man of God. You can't meet with the man of God one-on-one except on three things. Number one, appointment. Am I talking to somebody? There must be an app. Do you walk into the hospital to see a busy doctor say, doctor, don't you know I'm sick? When they are through with you, your sickness will expand. Doctor will tell you, go and get a card. Eh? Protocol. But we think that church just means that the man is a fool. There must be an appointment. You see a man of God, secondly, when the Spirit of God connects it, it can just happen that you have access to him. Number three, you may laugh, but it's the truth. The third thing you must see a man of God is if you have a seed. You can laugh, but it's the truth. It's biblical. Does it mean that all the people like us, we don't get anything to be, we cannot see man of God? Answer your question yourself. You are the one that asked the question. Answer it. Let me ask you a question. Have you seen anybody who walked to a native doctor's house? You will say, I not get money. No, let's be frank. Herbalist. When you enter, the native doctor will say, drop something for the gods. Not be him, not the gods. By the time you say, Baba, I don't have anything, he will carry, hey! Before Matthew have break your neck, get out! As a matter of fact, they will fine you for wasting the time of Arushi. Before they will now type and give you list, long list. Yam, mortar, onions, melon, pepper, nut cube, fish. Ooh. No, I said treat people the way they are. You will not have issue. If you know somebody has a temper, stop saying you expect the person to be normal. Avoid issues that will trigger that temper. I don't know if you are following me. Somebody cannot keep secrets. Stop telling the person secrets. Stop telling secrets. I expected you to keep this. No, he doesn't keep. The anointing for keeping secrets, he doesn't have it. Stop saying I told you, I expected you to. No, the person you talk one, the word don't hear him. No talk two. Keep him. You have somebody that is stingy. Understand that's how the person is. Stop saying, I expected that if you have money, treat people the way they are. When people do things, they say, Papa, I don't know, I'm sorry. I say, no, I've forgiven you because I expected it. I knew that's how you are. There are some people, you send them to buy something. You have to send somebody else to follow them. I know they complain, no, I go send you because now you know the product, but you the thief. So I go send pencil where you don't know the product, but you know the thief. Make it follow you. You are not getting my point. Treat them the way they are. Number 4, which will help you to relate with a team, don't allow the badness of people change your goodness. Because of this they did to me, I'm now wise. I will not take nonsense. That's not who God made you to be. Remain who God made you to be. Oh, this thing they have done to me, I was stupid. That's why I allowed it. I was stupid. Now I am wise. Nobody can. All the while you appeared stupid, you were still alive. You didn't die. Continue your goodness. Nobody's following me. Nobody's following me. Continue your goodness. My father said something years ago to me. He may not understand, but that thing meant a lot to me. I was helping people. And I would help people, I will hear all kinds of nonsense. I will help people. I will hear all kinds of things. In and out of the family, in church, there are people you will give assistance. Somebody would think it's because there is something you are looking for. That's why you are giving assistance. And it can be irritating and annoying at my level. Going around the world. What's that they find? How would you go there? Very annoying. So one day I told my father, I said, I just want to stop. He said, don't stop. When you do it, doesn't God prosper you? I said, yes. He said, for God to be prospering you, it means what you are doing is right. Keep doing it. That's why I told myself, your bad character cannot change me to move from good character to become bad. I will be who I am. You are in a relationship with a young man. You are faithful to him and he broke your heart. Do not say my next relationship, I will not be faithful. Continue being faithful. Don't let him change you. You helped a woman and after that, it was time for her to get married to you. She now left you and went to marry somebody else. Continue helping people. You will meet the right person. Continue being good. Continue being good. There are certain things that just recently I sat down and began to understand them. Continue being good. There are people you will help. Because of one little mistake, they will talk to you as if you have never been a blessing to them. One little error, they will insult you, abuse you. And you ask yourself a question, but this is somebody who I have been a blessing to. Imagine a man married into a family. He had money. He helped the in-laws. Now he lost his job. They don't see him as anything. The man says, if I get money again, no. If God bless you again, continue helping. Stand up. I walk closer now on the higher way. Through the darkest night, would you hold my hands? Jesus, guide my way. For you counseled me and you comfort. When I cannot see, you light my path. Though I walk through the valleys low, I feel no evil. By the water still my soul, my heart will trust in you. My heart will trust in you. And you mourn with me and you dance with me. From my heart of heart is bound to you. Though I walk through the valleys low, I feel no evil. By the waters still my soul, my heart will trust in you. My heart will trust in you. My heart will trust in you. My heart will trust. My heart will trust in you. My heart will trust in you. My heart will trust. My heart in you. My heart will trust 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 in you. In you, my heart will trust in you. My heart will trust in you. We are going to pray for the right team. The right team. Lord, listen to this. Very attentive now. Are there people that will cause me pain? May I not meet them. If they are already in my life, by your power, disconnect me from them. That's the first prayer. Before we take this same prayer another way. Are there people that will cause me pain? May I not. And if they're already in my life, disconnect me. One of the strengths of OFM, amongst the grace of God, amongst the help of God, another strength we have is good pastors. Good members. Good team. Good pastors. There are some things my pastors don't allow me to spend my money on. Say that they leave it. At least we can know that one. But like I said, for people to get to that point, they must have studied that you have their interest at heart. A pastor did something in our ministry which was very hurting. I never knew my pastor. They say, if we leave Papa, we know he will not talk. We are the one that will fight. They didn't tell me. They ganged up together, came and stood in my defense, did a few things, and made me happy. I said, no. They say, sir, that is you. We are the ones that God put here. We can't let this person hurt you like this. Right team. You have to pray. Anyone in my life. Are you following me? There are people that will enter between a relationship and there will be problem continually. I was telling a young man, he was getting married to a girl. They were having issues with somebody. And I asked the young man, I said, young man, you know this lady is causing you issues. Why not let her go? The young man laughed. He said, sir, no matter how I'm running, she's pursuing me. Let me change my number. Give her 2 days. He will get a new one. He's pursuing me. And I spoke to the lady. I said, instead of fighting, the lady was to get married. So start praying. There are enemies that you cannot. You and your husband will fight yourself and die. It is prayer that will kick them out. You are not following me. You will fight and fight and fight and fight. The woman will say, can't you see this? No, it's not physical, it's spiritual. You cannot fight a spiritual battle with physical energy. Many experiences in life have taught me that the day you stop being spiritual to look at certain people, you miss it. Are you ready to take that prayer? A giant, a spiritual man, can be manipulated and come under a spell, no matter his size in the spirit, if he doesn't allow spirituality control him. If he allows a little physical observation becomes his yardstick for judgment, then he's finished. Lift your right hand. Say, my Father, my Maker.
My Father, my Maker.
I can't hear you. Shout it louder.
My Father, my Maker.
As I pray.
As I pray.
Anyone that will cause me pain.
Anyone that will cause me pain.
May I not meet them.
May I not meet them.
If they are already in my life.
If they are already in my life.
Disconnect me from them.
Disconnect me from them.
Open your mouth and fire prayer.